Is that a reality? Unfortunately, it's not a reality. 1400 years ago, there were already forward transactions taking place. There were futures transactions taking place. The Sahaba had opportunities, but those opportunities, because they were incorrect, they're extinct. And if you look at the wealth of the Sahaba were three categories. I'm going to just be cognizant of time because there's a lot of detail now going through my mind in terms of what I want to discuss. The Sahaba were three types: those that had wealth, those that did not have wealth, and then those that had wealth but opted to abstain from utilizing the wealth. But even those that had, if you were to compare them in our time today, they had a lot of wealth, but yet the wealth was in the hand and not in the heart. And I'm not going to go into the detail of the wealth of the Sahaba. If you go into books like Al-Bidayah wa Nihaya, etc., there's a lot that has been written regarding the amount of wealth that the Sahaba had. And if you take various incidents, Talha radiallahu anhu, his revenue from Iraq alone was 1,000 gold coins on a daily basis. 1,000 gold coins from Iraq on a daily basis. Like that Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu anhu, various Sahaba had extensive wealth, but yet it was in the hands of these individuals and not in the hearts of the individuals. That's the first aspect. Secondly, when we look at the term moderation, this is where generally we get lost at times. Because we talk of moderation, but our definition of moderation generally has to do with moderation based on the definition given to us by Western civilization or Western propaganda. So moderation in our time is a woman is moderate if she's not wearing hijab. If she wears hijab, then she's extreme. But if we look at moderation, we will find that moderation is based on deen. Quran and Sunnah is moderate. Anything beyond that is not moderate. So if we look at the economic teachings, over 1,000 years, if you go back into Europe, approximately 1,300, 1,400 years ago, feudalism was in practice. Feudalism meant there were feudal lords, they had pieces of land, they would give to farmers to cultivate. Majority of the produce would go back to the feudal lords, and a portion to the church, and a very small portion would be given back to the farmer. Thereafter, there was a change from there towards capitalism. You all understand what is capitalism: unbridled freedom to conduct trade in any way as long as you're making a profit. Thereafter, because of the impact on the laborers, there was a move towards socialism. And then socialism fell with the collapse of the Soviet Union, and we see capitalism falling again and again in its various forms. But when we look at the Islamic economic system, we will find the miraculous nature of the system, and because the system is based on moderation. There isn't time to go into detail of what the Islamic economic system entails and how it has been implemented. And generally when we talk of an Islamic economic system, the first thing people will say, yeah, it's something that you're talking from a conceptual framework perspective. Show it to us in practice. Yes, in practice we can't see it today. But was it found in practice? Yes, if we go back in history. There are many examples in history where we will find that the Islamic economic system was a miraculous system, that in a very short period of time, we would have found that people that utilized the system, their communities were uplifted, or society was uplifted. I'm going to give you two examples. So if you want to read a little more detail on the Islamic economic system, there's a book written by Mufti, The Tree System of Economics in Europe, and he goes into detail of the various systems. Economic solutions that lie in Islam, before we go into raising capital, there's two incidents I'd like to mention. The first is of a Sahabi, Mu'az radiallahu anhu, was sent to Yemen by Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Thereafter, he was retained in Yemen during the time of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, and then thereafter during the time of Umar radiallahu anhu. During the time of Umar radiallahu anhu, Mu'az radiallahu anhu sends a message to Umar radiallahu anhu telling him that people contributed towards the zakat in the area, and whatever zakat we had, we have 1/3 surplus now of zakat. I'd like to send it back to Medina. Umar radiallahu anhu became very upset. He said that this was not the purpose of the development of an Islamic state, where we collect money from people and then you come and you send it to Medina. We are not here to enrich ourselves. Distribute the wealth amongst the people of Yemen. Mu'az radiallahu anhu said, I did that already. There's nobody poor left in Yemen. How do I spend it 1/3 upon the people of Yemen? The next year, the second year, 2/3 of zakat was in surplus, and there was nobody to receive the 2/3 of zakat in Yemen. The third year, the whole amount of zakat that was calculated from Yemen could not be distributed in Yemen. In 3 years, an economic plan that eradicates poverty. It will only be found in a solution that is based on moderation, that is based on Quran and Sunnah. Similar example, if you look at, and we go back in history, in Iraq during the time of Umar bin Abdul Aziz, rahimahullah, there was a governor by the name of Abdul Hamid bin Abdul Rahman, and he had a similar incident where he sends a message to Umar bin Abdul Aziz, rahimahullah, telling him that we have surplus of wealth within the state, what do we do with it? So Umar bin Abdul Aziz, rahimahullah, told him that look at all those people that are in debt. Those that are in debt, when pay the debts off for them. People should not be in debt, because debt brings about grief upon an individual, brings about difficulty upon an individual. So the governor said, don't you think I've done that already? I went to look for people, there's nobody in debt, where do I spend the money? So he came back. So Umar bin Abdul Aziz, rahimahullah, told him, and go and look at all the people, all those that are unmarried and don't have the ability to get married. And get them married and pay to settle them after they get married. Abdul Hamid bin Abdul Rahman rahimahullah said, I've done this already. There's nobody to pay. I've already spent on those people. So Umar bin Abdul Aziz rahimahullah said, then look at the non-Muslims that are living in Iraq. And they are there for a lengthy period of time. They are running sustainable projects within Iraq. Spend the wealth upon them so that they understand their worth to society. So if we look at the Islamic economic system, we will realize that it is a miraculous system, different to a great degree from what we see within capitalism, what we see within socialism. But it is unfortunate, because we don't see the practical example within our life, it is unfortunate that we have not realized what a miraculous system this is. So going into one or two details, if we look at what is the purpose of an Islamic economic system, Allah mentions in the Quran, in the second line, where Allah says, the purpose of an Islamic economic system is that wealth should not be held within the hands of a few wealthy individuals only. Wealth should be spread among society. And when we look at the impact of capitalism, look at 2007, the stats are there on the board, on the screen. 1% of households in the USA own 34.6% of the wealth in the country. 19% of households own 50.5%, which means 85% of the wealth was owned by 20% of society, and then it is the other 80% that owns 15% of the wealth. When you go back to 2008, the economic crisis that took place, 2008 derivatives traded that were trading at that time, 741 trillion derivatives that were in trade. If we look at the Islamic system, those derivatives would never be allowed to be traded, because derivatives are impermissible within Islam. World GDP in 2008 was 60 trillion. So the derivatives that were traded was what we're talking about, 12 times the GDP of the world in 2008. Coming back to our discussion now around Islamic finance and how to raise capital and funding. So the first line that I have here, debt-based funding, I've put this on here understanding very well that it is not debt-based funding. In Islamic finance, it is always asset-based funding. There is never debt-based funding, because we fund or we finance an underlying asset. We never give a loan to an individual, because every loan that derives benefit for the lender is regarded as interest, call it interest, call it usury, call it what you want. It's one and the same, referred to in the Quran as a riba and in the Hadith as a riba. So what are the forms of funding that you can generally and typically gain from a bank? And I'd like to answer the question that you raised around equity funding from a bank. But generally banks would be able to fund you in various structures, but these are the three most prominent structures that are used in South Africa. The first is what we call ijara. And ijara is generally utilized to fund vehicle commercial asset finance. We'll use the structure of ijara. Ijara is a simple structure where the bank purchases an asset and leases it to the customer. So there are various benefits in that. You can speak to your tax specialist and tell you the tax benefits on that, what you can set off as an expense, etc. in your books. But it's similar, or rather it is a hybrid between a financial lease and an operating lease that we've created here. Yes, from a financial or from an accounting perspective, you might call it as a financial lease. But the bank purchases the asset and we lease it to the customer over a period of time. At the end of the lease period, the customer purchases the asset from the bank. So that is the first structure that we generally utilize. The second structure is referred to as murabaha. Murabaha means cost plus markup. In other words, you need to purchase or you need financing for certain commodities, trade finance, etc., the bank will purchase those items and sell it to you at a markup on a credit basis, on a deferred basis. So in essence, the bank purchases an item for 100 from a supplier, and the bank sells it to you for 110, and you pay the bank over a period of time. That is the second structure. The third structure is what we call musharaka, but when we use it for commercial property finance, it's called diminishing musharaka. Diminishing musharaka basically means that the bank and the customer enter into a partnership on the purchase of a property or an asset. Thereafter, the bank leases its equity to the customer over a period of time, and over that period of time, because the customer wants to become the owner of the asset, at the end of the period, that is why gradually over the period of time, the customer will buy out the bank shares in that property over a period of time. This is what we call diminishing musharaka. So your installment that you pay on a monthly basis is a combination of rental and a combination of purchase of units that take place on a monthly basis. So this is called, like I said, diminishing musharaka, utilized for home financing and commercial property financing. And these are general products that are typically offered by Islamic banks and available in South Africa. Then the second form of funding is what we call equity-based funding. Now, equity-based funding is funding that is very close to Quran and Sunnah. And that is why I've mentioned examples here on the screen. If you look at musharaka, and I'm going to detail what is musharaka, it's a simple partnership. Two parties contribute capital towards a business, and they share in profits according to a pre-agreed profit-sharing ratio, and losses are borne not according to a pre-agreed profit-sharing ratio. Losses are borne according to capital contribution. I'll repeat that. Both parties contribute capital towards a business, towards a venture. Profits are shared according to a pre-agreed profit-sharing ratio. Losses are borne according to capital contribution. That is what we call a musharaka transaction. Very simple transaction. I can give Muhammad Maid, or rather Muhammad Maid is flush. He'll give me 500,000. He'll say, we'll start the business. I start the business. I put in 100,000. He puts in 500,000. If we start a business jointly, we share profits according to a pre-agreed profit-sharing ratio. He could say, I should take 50% of profit. He'll take 50%. Losses will be borne according to capital contribution. So, in other words, he'll take 5/6 of the loss, and I'll take 1/6 of the loss. So that is a typical musharaka structure, partnership structure. The time of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the Nabi of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam entered into a partnership with Sa'id bin Abi Sa'id radiallahu ta'ala anhu. A hadith Qudsi, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, Allah says, I am the third of two partners. That means when you enter into a partnership, Allah is there to guide that partnership as long as there is no deception within that partnership, as the hadith of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam states. So that is the first form of equity funding, and we're going to go into how do we apply it within our current scenario in terms of banking, etc. The second form of equity funding is what we call mudaraba. This is my second last slide. I'll be ending now. Anyone of you getting hungry? Mudaraba, second form of funding, one party contributes capital and the other contributes entrepreneurial skill and labor or does work within the business. So in other words, in the example I mentioned, Mohammed Mayed contributes 500,000 and I don't contribute anything towards the business in the form of capital. My responsibility is to run the business and contribute entrepreneurial skill. We share profits according to a pre-agreed profit-sharing ratio. Losses are borne by the capital contributor, which is Muhammad Mayed in this case. So this is what we call a mudaraba structure. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has mentioned in hadith, there is barakah in three things. One of those is muqaraba, which refers to a mudaraba transaction that I'm speaking about now. You know, we all learned when we were young. We learned in school and in madrasa. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam went on a trade expedition to Syria with the wealth of Khadija radiallahu anha. In Sirah of Ibn Hisham, rahimahullah, it is mentioned that this trade expedition or this partnership agreement was based on the partnership of mudaraba between Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and Khadija radiallahu anha. Now the question is, how do we apply this? It is unfortunate. And here's an opportunity for any entrepreneur sitting in the room. Anyone that wants to take up an opportunity. We don't have one Sharia compliant private equity fund within this country. We don't have a Sharia compliant private equity fund in the country that can come forward and fund businesses that want to be run in the Sharia compliant way. This is a good opportunity out there. So, private equity funds generally fund in terms of private equity. Banks generally don't want funding in terms of private equity. Why don't Islamic banks do private equity? I'll respond to that just now. But private equity funds or investors, that means private investors will come and invest in your business in one of these two forms. One of the common mistakes in terms of this funding is generally, Mohammed Mayat will give me 500,000. You say, make sure you give me a return of 10,000 rand for you. That is interest. Make sure you give me a predetermined rate of return on capital. That is interest, and that is not a partnership. A partnership means that he is participating in the risk and sharing profits with me in the business. That is the meaning of a partnership within the business. So coming back to why Islamic banks generally don't do private equity. Because private equity is generally done by private equity funds, first. Secondly, why is it difficult to fund our businesses with private equity? Because if Mohammed Mayat contributes 500,000 to my business, he has the right now to come and see the books in my business. I don't want him to see the amount of work I'm doing. But the amount of transparency that you need to have now, once you gain private equity funding, or you gain venture capital funding within your business needs to be on a different level in terms of corporate governance. And that is one of the important aspects. Secondly, when Islamic banks fund their customers, whose money are we using? We're using the depositors' money. If we can look through and see the books of those people that we are funding, it means that we are placing our depositors' funds at adverse risk. And we don't want to place our depositors' funds at adverse risk because we're sharing a profit with them. So if we make a loss in a private equity deal that we do with customers, it means that our depositors need to participate in that risk also. And that is why private equity funds are geared up to participate in risks like this. This is the ideal way of funding in terms of Sharia. And this is a challenge to all of us sitting here. And it is an indictment on all of us, including myself, on the fact that we don't have, to my knowledge, one Sharia-compliant private equity fund within this country. So I'm going to end off. Ways mentioned regarding various strategies of growth within our business, ensuring cash flows, etc. That is true, very true, and I agree with it. That is what we learn from an economic perspective. We need to uphold those things within our business. But let's start here. We want to get our business right, this is where we start. Because this is what the Quran and Sunnah teaches us. Because even in an economic downturn, we say how many people doing well in time when other people are making no money. Why? As long as we look after our parents, our wealth will only increase. As long as we perform our salah, one jama'ah, on time, our wealth will only increase. As long as we give charity, our wealth will only increase. We have nothing to fear. We have no poverty to fear for tomorrow if you're giving charity, because charity never reduces your wealth, it only increases it. As long as we're making dua, wealth will flow upon us. And all this is from hadith. There isn't time to go through the detail of each of the hadith. And as long as we abstain from sin, we will see barakah in our wealth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us to understand. Are we open for questions?